Hey guys, my name is Josh Smith. I'm the CEO of Montana Knife Company, and we have a brand new knife we're releasing today. This is the Stockyard knife. Now, as you'll notice, this knife is very unique. It does not have a tip on it, and we have a very good reason for that. This is a knife you're not going to see a lot of production knife companies release because it's very specific use case for a certain industry, and that industry is the ranching industry. This knife is meant to carry on your belt while you're working cattle or horses or anything else like that, where you don't want a tip on a knife that could potentially stab an animal. So you're out on the ranch or you're out, we have 4-H calves and whatnot. You're out there and something happens, whether a rope gets tangled up, there's some baling twine twisted up, calf is caught in a fence or whatever, and you need to use your knife for some reason. That horse, that cow, that calf is thrashing around and you have to cut something away. And you don't want to stab yourself or the animal that you're working on. And that's why we kind of have this safety tip on here. Now, what's cool is for the rest of you that don't have calves or don't have horses, is this makes for an amazing utilitarian style knife for your blue collar worker. Opening boxes with that tip, pulling, it's amazing. It's perfect. So this knife is also unique from the standpoint that this handle's a little bit shorter. So when you are riding and working out in the field with this, or even at work, you don't have a real long handle sticking out of the sheath to get hung up on things while you're working, whether you're jumping in and out of a ditch, you're in a warehouse, or you're on a horse and you have ropes and everything else going on, an outfitter. That's the other thing with this knife. We actually had a big horse wreck in Canada on my son's moose hunt in August. The guide got hurt. Pack boxes blasted him off of his horse. If you get hung up or tied up somehow and drug, and you need to pull a knife out to cut yourself free, you don't want to be stabbing and jabbing yourself. Actually, growing up in the Bob Marshall Wilderness, a lady there in Lincoln where I grew up was drugged through the Bob Marshall Wilderness for miles behind her horse. She was an outfitter, Mary Faith Hefner, amazing woman. There's reasons for this, and this knife is really made for those emergencies. This knife also has a lanyard, a hole back here that you can tie your own lanyard on if you would like a lanyard hanging out. It comes with a Kydex sheath that really snaps in beautiful. You can tighten that retention screw down even more so you don't lose it while you're riding. This knife is a 3 3/8 inch blade, 7 5/8 inches overall, and about 3.1 ounces. So it's not super heavy. It's just an awesome blade. It's got Magna cut stainless steel, a G10 handle scales on it. So it's absolutely bulletproof. It's a unique knife, and I think even though we made this knife for the ranching community, you guys are going to find it very useful in your day jobs. Again, you're not going to see a lot of knife companies pay attention to our ranchers, our farmers, our rodeo people, but we're Montana Knife Company. We're surrounded by ranchers, farmers, hardworking people. They use knives every single day. You will not find a rancher or a farmer without a knife in his pocket or on his belt. And this knife is for you guys. So we're really proud of this. This is called the Stockyard. The Stockyard knife is named after the stockyards that we bought where we are building our building, and we still have cattle coming in twice a week to our Stockyard property to get sold at auction. We're very proud of that. We've kept that open for the public to be able to move their cattle while we build MKC 3.0 over on the far northwest corner of that property. So that's how we got the Stockyard name, after the property that we are building MKC 3.0 on. Real quick with the sheath. This sheath, again, it snaps in, but it also has our belt loop on it where you can horizontal carry it on your belt while you're riding, vertical carry. We also are gonna be carrying leather sheaths on our website, especially for you ranchers where it's in a leather sheath, it's at an angle, you're gonna be able to adjust where you carry it on your belt, and that sheath is gonna be very handy for you guys that ride a lot. So that's a very specific use case. This is a Kydex sheath. We'll have those leather ones as well. So check out the sheath section of our website and pick up a Stockyard. Thanks a lot, guys.